Welcome to ATG Sports Plus, your premier destination for all the pulse-pounding action and competitive spirit of Second Life sports scene. I'm Zach Haiku.
And I'm Jessica Kiko, bringing you the play-by-play on today's most exhilarating events.
Today's lineup is nothing short of spectacular. Valky Skylurker clinched a stunning victory at the GP1 at the United States Grand Prix at Sun Beach Circuit, showing what precision driving is all about.
On the boxing ring, Titus Caron managed to keep his men's world championship, while GWFC is preparing for GWFC 23.
Plus, we'll cruise through the breathtaking Alpine Classic where Simple Jacket pedaled his way to triumph in the SL Cycling Federation event.
Strap in and get ready for an action-packed recap. This is ATG Sports Plus.
A thrilling week in the Spirit Racing League, Jessica. Starting with the SRL Indy Pro Series at Two Pines, Morticia Velota took the victory under the Monday night lights.
That's right, Zach, and not far behind her were Kathleen Spitfire in second place and Falk Rains securing third. It was race-packed with action, especially with Rachel starting from pole and Emmy Blueberry setting the fastest lap.
Moving on to the overall standings in the Indy Pro Series, Taylor Arallo leads the pack with 313 points, closely followed by Kathleen Spitfire with 311, and Morticia Velota rounds out the top three with 296 points. The competition couldn't be tighter.
Absolutely, Zach. And next week, the series heads to Shalira Mills Speedway. It's going to be a race no one wants to miss, with the championship race heating up.
Onto the Tuesday Super Trucks at Whiskey Runner Speedway. The excitement was just as intense. Kathleen Spicy clinched the first race with Mason Rainier and Taylor Arallo right on her heels.
And in the second race, Gypsy Karma showed remarkable skill, taking first place with Kathleen Spicy again showing strong performance in second, and Jesus Chris finishing third. A standout moment was Kathleen Spicy setting the fastest lap of the race.
The racing action doesn't stop there. Next week's calendar is packed, Jessica. We have the SRL Indy at Shalira Mills, SRL MD, more Super Trucks action, and not to forget, the SRL Dirty Thursday Dirt Late Models and the SRL Premiere at Shadowfall Raceway Park.
Each event promises to bring its own set of challenges and excitement, Zach. It's a fantastic time for motorsports fans, with every race crucial for those championship points.
Definitely, Jessica. With the season progressing, every turn, every lap counts. The Spirit Racing League is showing why it's one of the most competitive and thrilling motorsport series out there.
And we'll be here to bring all the highlights from these races and more. The road to championship is paved with skill, speed, and sheer determination.
What a thrilling week in the Spirit Racing League, Jessica. Let's dive into the SRL Tuesday Super Trucks. Results from March 26th. In the first heat, Eli Bennett took the top spot with a total race time of 13:23.377, closely followed by Morticia Velota and Kathleen Spicy.
That's right, Zach, and Kathleen Spicy snagged the fastest lap of the race, a blistering 15.552 seconds on lap 35. But it didn't stop there. In Heat 2, Eli Bennett once again claimed victory, this time with an even quicker best lap of 15.508 seconds. Morticia Velota was hot on his heels, and Taylor Arallo rounded out the top three.
Moving over to the Premier Series at Shadowfall Raceway Park on March 30th, Morticia Velota clinched the win, followed by Rachel Grace in second place and Freddie Koolhoven in third. A spectacular show of skill with Morticia starting from the pole position and Romeo Hightower having the fastest lap of the race.
And Zach, let's not forget the overall standings as of March 13th. Morticia Velota leads the pack with 308 championship points. Kathleen Spitfire is not far behind in second with 288 points, and Romeo Highwater holds the third spot with 274 points.
It's shaping up to be an electrifying season in the Spirit Racing League, Jessica. With every race, the competition gets fiercer, and the standings could change at any moment.
Absolutely, Zach. The racers will need to keep their performance at its peak if they want to stay on top. Can't wait to see how the next races unfold. In the world of Formula Virtual, the Japanese Grand Prix was a spectacle, Zach. Valky Skylaker from Carmona GP1 took the checkered flag at the Tokyo Street Circuit.
That's right, Jessica. Starting from second on the grid, Skylaker maneuvered to victory. And what a race it was, with a track boasting 8 challenging corners.
And let's not forget Trajan Arella from La Onda, who claimed the second spot despite dropping from pole, and Pasa Lopez from Hersoria Racing, who surged from 14th to finish third. What an incredible drive.
Talking about standings, Valky Skylaker leads the Drivers' Championship with a solid 90 points. Close on the heels are Candy Tomorrow with 67 points and Emmy Blueberry at 58 points.
In the Constructors' Championship, Carmona GP1 is at the top with 148 points. Hersoria Racing trails with 114, and La Onda is holding firm at 101 points.
Don't miss the excitement as the season progresses, Jessica. With each race, the plot thickens and the points table could see more shuffles.
Each Grand Prix adds its own twist to the championship story, Zach, with the next races on the calendar, including the Egyptian GP, Bay Angle GP, and the British GP. Fans are surely in for a treat.
It's the precision of the drivers and the strategy of the teams that's keeping us all on the edge of our seats. With every lap record and every podium, history is being made in Formula Virtual.
Welcome back to the FVA GT Super Series coverage, Zach. The excitement at Moose International was palpable.
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. Let's start with the circuit details. The track at Moose International, known for its 11 thirds, saw some intense racing. Luke Carmona holds the race lap record with a time of 28.578 seconds.
That record was set last year, but let's talk about this year's lineup. Luke Carmona led with the starting grid with a 29.185 second lap, followed by Andrea Evergarden and Eli Bennett right behind.
In the sprint results, Azria Evergarden moved up, taking the win. Eli Bennett followed closely for second, and Luke Carmona took a slight drop to third.
Those are some close margins. And in the Enduro results, Pasa Lopez raced ahead to victory, with Eli Bennett and Luke Carmona trailing by just seconds for second and third.
That mix-up surely shook things up in the point standing. Speaking of which, Luke Carmona leads with 267 points over 10 races, while Azria Evergarden has gathered 238 points, also over 10 races.
And Pasa Lopez sits in third place with 230 points. The competition is fierce this season, and every point counts as they vie for the championship.
They'll all have to keep their tires hot if they want to stay at the top. With every race, the leaderboard could shift, and we'll be here to bring you every exhilarating moment.
That's the spirit of the GT Super Series. Can't wait for the next round.
Another high-octane weekend at the FVA GP1, Jessica. The United States Grand Prix at the Sun Beach Street Circuit was nothing short of exhilarating.
That's right, Zach. Valky Skylaker from Carmona GP1 took the win after 62 laps with a fastest lap of 28.451 seconds, making quite the splash at the Sun Beach Street Circuit with its 7 challenging corners.
Little Bear had the pole but finished second for La Onda, and Candy Tomorrow made a leap to finish third for Hersoria Racing with an impressive fastest lap of 28.171 seconds.
And in the driver's standings, Valky Skylaker is leading with a stellar 106 points. Candy Tomorrow is chasing with 77 points, and Emmy Blueberry is holding strong in third with 63 points.
Over to the constructors, Carmona GP1 is at the apex with 169 points. Hersoria Racing is revving up the pressure with 130 points, and La Onda is cruising at a cool 118 points.
Looking at the team statistics, Carmona GP1 is dominating with an average of 21.1 points per race. But Hersoria Racing isn't far behind, showcasing some consistent performance throughout the season.
Next up, we've got the Grand Prix de France at Circuit de Calamar, April 7th. It's a fresh track for the FVA GP1, so no lap record or previous winner to guide predictions. The circuit boasts 11 corners that will test the driver's skills to the max.
It's going to be an all-out battle for those top spots as we move into the heart of the season. Zach will be there to catch all the action at 11 a.m. Second Life time.
Can't wait to see how the drivers tackle those corners. Keep your engines revved and your eyes on the track, folks.
Race fans, we're back with the latest from the FVA GT Super Series, and Tehachapi Raceway was the place to be, wasn't it, Zach?
Sure was, Jessica. The track at Tehachapi, known for its 10 grueling turns, saw some record-breaking action with Jesus Crisp holding the lap record at 35.533 seconds.
In qualifying, Luke Carmona grabbed pole position with a time of 36.117 seconds, edging out Jesus Crisp and Kenny Tamara, who were right on his tail.
But when the sprint results came in, it was Luke Carmona who maintained that lead, taking the checkered flag. Jesus Crisp didn't let that pole slip away easily, finishing a close second.
And Andrea Evergarden made an impressive climb to finish third. However, it was Jesus Crisp who clocked the best lap time in the sprint with a 35.682 seconds run.
Then, in the Enduro, Candy Tomorrow took top honors with the win and also set the best lap time at 35.700 seconds, proving consistency is key.
Falky Skylaker and Kira Restrepo completed the top three, making it a podium of sheer perseverance and skill.
Checking the point standing, Luke Carmona is sitting pretty at the top with 308 points after 12 races. Ezra Evergarden and Paso Lopez are in hot pursuit with 282 points and 230 points respectively.
And they're really racking up those points. It's setting up a spectacular show for the upcoming races in the GT Super Series calendar.
That's racing for you, Jessica. Fast cars, fearless drivers, and a championship that's still wide open. Can't wait for the next round.
Zach, let's cast our line over to the latest from the NO fishing tournament, where competitors reeled in some serious weight.
No doubt about it, Jessica. Mrs. Sassy Pants topped the top running totals in catch weight order, landing an impressive 123.18 pounds.
Right behind her was Just a Dream 420 resident with 117.2 pounds, and Raker Helendale wasn't far off the pace, securing a total catch weight of 116.41 pounds.
Speaking of heavy hauls, the Whopper category saw Ecstasy Marquez snag a colossal squid in the Blake Sea, tipping the scales at 39.13 pounds.
Raker Helendale makes another appearance with a hefty 31.21 pound Barracuda, and Mrs. Sassy Pants nets a notable mention with a 19.87 pound cod at Blake Coast.
Over in the stringer competition, it was a close one. Bay May resident had a total number on the stringer with 499 pounds, just nudging past Mrs. Sassy Pants, who had 4.9 pounds.
And let's not forget the weekly featured species tournament, Zach. This week it was all about the marlin.
Absolutely. Mrs. Sassy Pants took the lead with a marlin weighing in at 19.52 pounds. Raziel Devonius wasn't too far behind with a 16.24 pounder.
And Bay May resident rounded out the top three with a 14.04 pound marlin. It's been quite the competition with anglers showing off their skills across all categories.
These anglers are sure making a splash, Jessica. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going in the next tournament.
Attention golf aficionados, the most anticipated event in the golf calendar is upon us, Zach.
Indeed, Jessica, the Masters Tournament at the picturesque Rainbow Valley Golf Course is set to tee off, kicking off the first round of the SLPGA 2024 Tour.
From the 6th to the 14th of April, the Emerald Fairways and challenging greens of Rainbow Valley GC will be the battleground for the golfing elite.
That's right, and with the Board of Governors extending their cordial invitation, it's sure to be an event marked by sportsmanship and breathtaking golf.
As we await the opening drive, the question on everyone's mind is who will don the prestigious Masters jacket this year.
Keep your eyes on the leaderboard as the competition unfolds at the Rainbow Valley Masters.
The preseason for the Phantom Sports Football League is in the books, Zach, and it was quite the show.
Sure was, Jessica. The Bears roared into the league with a 35-20 win over the Ravens, laying down the gauntlet for the season ahead.
The Mambas weren't just slithering through either. They devoured the Packers with a remarkable 76-0 triumph.
And who could ignore the Cowboys? They stampeded over the 49ers, notching up an incredible 84-0 win.
There was an unexpected turn with the Dolphins and Saints, as that matchup was determined by a forfeit. That allowed some intrigue to their first step into the field in Week 1.
Speaking of Week 1, it's shaping up to be a riveting start of the season. On the 5th of April, the Cowboys and Packers will square off at 6 p.m.
And then on the 6th, we've got a doubleheader with the Ravens and Dolphins at 3 p.m. and later the Bears and Saints at 6 p.m.
Finally, on the 7th, the 49ers are looking to redeem themselves against the Mambas at 6 p.m.
With such a dynamic preseason behind us, the teams are chomping at the bit to tackle the regular season. Let's see who comes out on top. In the KBCL boxing ring, we had a night of titanic title defenses and new champions being crowned, Zach. Titus Caron retained his men's world champion belt in stunning fashion.
That's right, Jessica. Karen's defense against the Silly Nadger was a masterclass in power, concluding with a knockout in the 4th round. What a match.
And the women's world champion has a new title holder. Illy claimed victory in the championship belt with a knockout win over Maya Rathburn, also in the 4th round.
Impressive indeed. Lori Atrevida also joined the champion circle, securing the International Women's Champion title against Star with yet another 4th round KO.
Then there was the swift victory of Joy Boy Noriega, who captured the International Men's Champion title, taking down Stunna in the 1st round, a quick and decisive match.
The KBCL Boxing The Redemption event delivered excitement and showed the incredible skill of the fighters. That's the kind of action boxing fans live for. The Grid-Wide Fighting Championship is set to explode with GWFC 23 Deep Impact.
That's right, Zach. We're kicking things off with Cyrus Fellwood facing Ludwig Graves in what's shaping up to be a fierce preliminary bout.
And then there's a battle for the GWFC Freshman King's Crown. Troy Glock is set to throw down with Juan Nujabes. You can feel the electricity in the air for that one.
In the undercard, undefeated Bill Stark steps into the ring against newcomer Brandon Wolf. It's a classic experience versus ambition matchup.
And the spotlight bout has Jay Styles, also undefeated, squaring off against Chief Prada, who looks to add another win to his record.
Then we've got the undercard title bout. The GWFC Superior Class champion Antonio Mack defends his title against former GWFC contender Tyler Butte.
And for the main event, it doesn't get bigger than this. Barry's Richie Noriega, the reigning Grande champion, faces off against 8-time champion Brandon Ghost for the Inter-Regional Championship.
With general admission tickets on sale now, the evening of the 7th at the arena is where you need to be to witness history in the making.
It's sure to be an unforgettable night of combat sports action. Get ready for JWFC 23 Deep Impact.
Zach, the Empire Combat Sports is back with another showstopper, Empire 2 Creed versus Blackwood.
That's the talk of the town, Jessica. On April 6th, 4:30 p.m. Second Life Time, the Empire Boxing Federation World Championship will be up for grabs.
Jack Creed is set to duke it out with Jordan Blackwood in what's expected to be a clash of the Titans for the main event.
Let's not overlook the co-main event where Buck Knock'em Silly Tilly takes on Jake Creed. This one's got potential to be a real barn burner.
Empire Combat Sports is also setting the stage for the inaugural EBF Women's World Championship division. It's a huge leap forward for the sport.
For those looking to witness this epic battle live, tickets are available at the Empire Office Tower with 40 up for grabs and 20 more at the Empire Store in Siren Shores.
It's shaping up to be an unforgettable night in the world of combat sport, Zach. The anticipation is electric.
Wrestling fans, buckle up for a body-slamming week ahead in the Second Life wrestling scene. Jessica?
Starting off on Sunday, we have the VWE Sunday Night Endurance at 3 p.m. Second Life Time in Capital City Arena, followed by Honor Pro Wrestling Oblivion at 5 p.m. Second Life Time at the Percade.
Then on Monday, the action kicks off early with Premier Wrestling Attitude at 1 p.m. Second Life Time at Lionheart Arena, and the evening ramps up with FWF Blood at 7 p.m. Second Life Time at Studio FWF.
Tuesday brings us a double feature, starting with BCW's Battle Zone at 3 p.m. Second Life Time at Blackburn Theater, and Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity follows at 2 p.m. Second Life Time back at the Parkade.
Midweek Mayhem ensues on Wednesday with Rise at 1 p.m. Second Life Time at Rise Arena.
As we hit Thursday, the Premier Wrestling Overload is ready to rumble at 1 p.m. Second Life Time at Lionheart Arena.
And Friday's lineup is stacked, Jessica. DCWF Slam City throws down at 2 p.m. Second Life Time in Little Italy. VWE Friday Night Defiance at 6 p.m. Second Life Time at Capital City Arena. And UFW Nightfall at 8 p.m. Second Life Time at Furzona.
Finally, Saturday showcases a triple threat. Premier Wrestling Unplugged at 1 p.m. Second Life Time at KD Sports Bar. Elite Angel Wrestling at 4 p.m. Second Life Time on Sacred Island. And WPWF Asylum at 6 p.m. Second Life Time at Sky High Arena. Capped off with FCW Mayhem Night at 7 p.m. Second Life Time at the FCW Arena.
Wrestlers and fans alike are in for a treat with non-stop action all week long. Can't wait to see who comes out on top, Jessica.
It's going to be an exciting week, Zach. Let's see who will have their arms raised in victory.
Fasten your seatbelts, everyone, because we're about to enter the electrifying arena of wrestling. This week has been a whirlwind of grappling expertise and aerial acrobatics that left us breathless.
Absolutely, Zach. The roar of the crowds was deafening as we witnessed showdowns, victories, and those stunning instances that are now part of wrestling lore. Prepare yourselves as we dissect every moment of exhilaration and intensity from this week's unforgettable clashes in the squared circle. This past Tuesday, Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity really brought the house down, Zach. A night packed with high-flying action and intense drama.
Absolutely, Jessica. Kicking things off, Honor Pro Men's Heavyweight Champion Drake Edwards graced the fans with a spirited talk flanked by Bella Delina, hyping up her participation in the main event, a 20-person battle royale.
Edwards wasn't shy about stirring the pot either, calling out Lucardi Black right from the commentary desk. Talk about starting off with a bang.
In the ring, Rosie Scott and JB Barbosa went head-to-head in a sizzling opening match. Scott showcased her skills, locking in a figure-8 leg lock for a submission victory.
But the night took a somber turn when Honor Women's World Champion Cammy Payne stepped out. After her injury at Glorious Purpose, she vacated the title, leaving the future of the championship up in the air.
And then, the Battle Royale. A sensational showdown with 20 competitors vying for the North American Championship. It was a frenzy of eliminations leading to a final four-way face-off.
Emery Rayner, after a marathon 51 minutes and starting first, managed to claim the North American Championship. What a testament to endurance and skill.
Wrestling fans are already looking ahead, Jessica. Honor Pro Oblivion is up next this Sunday, 5 p.m. Second Life Time. The ring in Serelia is set for more showdowns and title chases.
And remember, folks, for all the wrestling action, keep it right here. We've got the power moves, the upsets, and all the championship drama you crave.
Wrestling enthusiasts, what a spectacular set of bouts we had at WPWF Asylum on the 23rd. Kicking things off in the pre-show, Faye Rain and Aubrey Skillett each notched up decisive victories.
That's right, Zach. The official show opened with a chilling victory as Lady Death bested Andrea Dalka, sealing the deal with her signature move, Ex Mortis.
Things backstage took a dramatic turn with Vena being ambushed by Riku Ihara in a surprise kendo stick attack, a move that left the audience in shock.
Back in the squared circle, Maya Araya, with Rina Kadoya in her corner, scored a win over Kimberly Smith, who wasn't alone either, with Joanne Steele by her side.
The action kept rolling with Foxy Beth and, alongside Mazra Baxton, securing a win against Carmelita Marcel, who had Soledad in her corner.
Chiyoko, with the assistance of Ri Kuriora, claimed victory over Abigail Katsu in what was a strategy-filled match.
Then come the main event, where Cassidy Signovella triumphed over Katie M.F. Carter. Samantha Foxy was ringside, and things got tangled when Katie accidentally struck Samantha, leading to Cassidy's high-flying finish.
Post-match, the drama peaked as Katie and Samantha exchanged heated words, a sign of tensions boiling over as they retreated backstage.
With the ring cleared and the fans buzzing, it's clear the WPWF Asylum is where the action is. Can't wait to see what's next in this high-stakes wrestling saga.
FCW Mayhem certainly lived up to its name this March 23rd, Zach, with a night that highlighted debuts and unexpected turns.
Indeed, Jessica, the professor of the squared circle, Soapy, faced off against Scottish newcomer Mel in a bout that was as much a battle as it was a lesson in technique.
Both wrestlers started cautiously, gauging each other's strengths, but it didn't take long for the action to ramp up. Mel's elbow strike seemed to awaken Soapy's assertive side.
That's right, Soapy shifted gears, putting on a virtual clinic of holds and eventually pinning Mel with a smothering KO press. What a debut win for Soapy.
The main event was ripe with anticipation as Tani Runkin prepared to face off against Cassie Nova, but in a twist, Cassie was a no-show.
That's when the jacked elope, Harlow Hopsteel, stepped out, surprising everyone. The match kicked off with Harlow taking early control, showcasing her power against the Brazilian Terror.
Tani managed to turn the tides, choking Harlow and seizing a back-and-forth struggle. The momentum swung widely between the two.
In the end, Tani secured the win with a devastating powerbomb, pinning Harlow to the mat. A triumph sure to shake up the rankings in FCW Mayhem.
With the crowd still buzzing from the night's excitement, we can only speculate what next week's Mayhem will bring to the ring. Stay tuned.
Wrestling enthusiasts, the ring was on fire this past Sunday at Honor Pro Wrestling Oblivion.
Oh, it was, Zach. The evening started with a bang as Brian Mercury hit the stage, announcing new tag team champions at the upcoming Gold Rush event. And let's not forget the women's division. The Women's World Championship is up for grabs between Maxine and a contender to be decided.
That set the tone for the night, and what a start it was. Rom White Song faced Chiyoko in a match that could have gone either way, but Chiyoko came out on top with the Emerald Flosion.
Then we had a heated moment as the Devil Scion, fresh off his Conquest Championship victory, was confronted by Isabel Dredd. She made it clear she's after Scion's title, marking a dramatic shift in their dynamic.
Echo Kiyoki kept her momentum rolling with another victory, this time over Bella Delina. Kiyoki's new attitude since Bound by Honor is definitely turning heads.
And the tension between JB Barbosa and Riv is more electric than a steel cage match, Zach. After Barbosa's challenge, Riv shot back with a warning that left the crowd buzzing.
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. And Lucardi Black's statement about Drake Edwards, it was a psychological chess match, setting the stage for an intense showdown for the championship.
The crescendo of the night was the North American Championship bout with Emery Rainier defending against Ty Miller from Hit Squad. Rainier was pushed to the limit but managed to retain the title in a thrilling defense.
Can't wait to see what unfolds next. Make sure you tune in Tuesday for Infinity at 6 p.m. Second Life Time for the next chapter in this saga. It's shaping up to be a slobber knocker of a season. Jessica, the FWF arena was pulsing with adrenaline this past Monday.
That's right, Zach. Ava Hart and Jen Logos opened the night with a clash that had the crowd on their feet. Hart's agility finally bestowed Logos power, giving her the victory in a fiercely competitive match.
Then we had the rookie Alexa stepping into the ring against the cunning Natalie Fox. Despite Alexa's impressive comeback, a loose turnbuckle turned the match on its head.
A crafty move by Fox with that water bottle while the ref's back was turned, Zach. That's one way to secure a win.
And the climax of the night, the FWF Alpha Championship match between Vex and Paul Driscoll. The rules went out the window with this all-terrain bout.
Both competitors pulled out all the stops, Zach, but it was Vex who stood tall at the end, breaking through the comms desk to pin Driscoll and claim the championship title.
Fans are already gearing up for the next Monday's showdown at Studio FWF. The action resumes on April 1st at 7 p.m. second lap time.
After the high-stakes drama we've seen, you can bet the next event is going to be just as explosive.
Tuesday's Honor Pro Infinity event was one for the history books, wasn't it, Jessica?
Absolutely, Zach. We saw Mazda Baxton take the spotlight, addressing the recent drama with Foxy Beth Ann. In a heartfelt moment, apologies were exchanged and hands were shaken, setting the stage for the night's action.
Right to the first match where Foxy Beth Ann and Kamikaze Chiyoko went head-to-head. It was a showcase of sheer athleticism, but Chiyoko's refusal to break the figure 4 leg lock led to her disqualification.
The intensity only escalated from there. Betty's open challenge to Chiyoko after the match left everyone anticipating their next encounter.
Meanwhile, intrigue stirred as security footage revealed Isabel Dread's secretive theft from Scion's safe. What this means for the future, only time will tell.
Then Rosie Scott and Sylvia Nux clashed in a match that was anyone's game, but it was Scott who soared to victory with an impressive Phoenix splash.
The tag team arena was just as heated, with the hit squad laying down a gauntlet, which was picked up by Mazur Baxton and Rome Whitesong.
The main event was a testament to tag team chemistry, Zach. Despite a chaotic moment with the ref down and VIP's interference, Hit Squad pulled through for the win.
With such a night of twists and high-flying action, Honor Pro's next event is already must-see TV. Don't miss the next Honor Pro Oblivion.
Zach, the Women's Professional Wrestling Federation Asylum brought the house down last Saturday.
They sure did, Jessica. The pre-show set the stage with Lachey Legacy earning a tough victory over Audrey Skylette.
Then the official show burst open with Samantha Foxy reviewing last week's chaos, leading to a fiery confrontation with Katie Carter right there in the ring.
Tempers flared, Jessica, with Samantha slap igniting a brawl, only to be broken up by Austin Knight's stern intervention.
That sagged into a match where Katie M.F. Carter faced Andrea Dalka and came out on top with her signature face full of foot.
And talk about drama. The music hit for Kimberly Smith of the Underdogs, but when her opponent was a no-show, Smith threw down a challenge for a future showdown.
She certainly didn't mince words, Zach, and she left us with a heartfelt thanks for those 3 incredible years with WPWF.
Match 2 saw Samantha Foxy taking on Vena the Kraken Gudpiude in a non-title match, with Foxy standing tall when it was all said and done.
The plot thickens with that eerie backstage video of Vena, Zach. It seems like a new threat is lurking in the shadows.
And in the main event, chaos reigned as Ouroboros faced Carmelita Marcel and Soledad, ending in a disqualification when Lady Death made a costly mistake.
The night wrapped up with a twist as Soledad set the stage for a tag team title match next week. The anticipation is off the charts.
Asylum's next show is shaping up to be a spectacle. Make sure you tune in to see what happens next. And with that final slam, we close out another thrilling week of wrestling. We've witnessed the high-flying action, the surprising upsets, and every nail-biting moment in between.
That's right, Zach. And let's not forget, the excitement never ends in the world of wrestling, so make sure to join us again. We'll bring you all the heart-stopping action, the unexpected twists, and the unforgettable matches. In the Second Life Cycling Federation's Alpine Classic on March 23rd, the racers faced the original lap route, complete with a grueling climb and a swift hairpin descent.
That's right, Jessica. In the qualifiers, Umbrian Viper and Giancarlucci 7 Resident claimed the top spots in their respective races, showcasing their climbing prowess and descent dexterity.
In Division 2, Elmer Spence Resident pedaled to victory, while Tron Udall and Nikki Neox rounded out the podium, displaying impressive stamina and strategy.
As for Division 1, the final was dominated by Malaysia Mermaid, with Simple Jacket Resident and Umbrian Viper sprinting into second and third place. Truly the cream of the crop in this week's race.
Speed was the name of the game in the fastest lap segment, where Morticia Velota clocked an astonishing time, leaving Umbreon Viper and Giacomo Resident trailing just seconds behind.
It's the combination of speed, endurance, and sheer will that makes this event so exhilarating, Jessica. Each race is a testament to the riders' training and tenacity.
That's the latest from the cycling circuit. As the competitors gear up for the next challenge, we'll keep you updated on all the pedaling drama. Welcome back, race fans. The Second Life Cycling Federation had quite the unique race today, Zach.
You're telling me, Jessica? Due to a sim crash, it turned into a bit of a free-for-all, with riders zipping in opposite directions.
It was all about agility today, as cyclists navigated a course more akin to an obstacle race, dodging each other to cross the finish line.
Despite the chaos, Simple Jacket Resident took the top spot on the podium, followed by Shankarlushi 7 Resident and Malaysia Mermaid clinching second and third, respectively.
And let's give a shout out to the fastest lap achievers. Morticia Velota clocked in first, followed by Gianluca Giuseppe and Claire in third.
With such a tight race, Geraldine Ashdeen and Umbrian Viper also deserved a nod for running out the top 5 fastest laps.
Hope everyone had as much fun participating as we did watching. And remember, cycling fans, the next race is just around the bend.
That's right, Jessica. Let's see if the next race is just as thrilling as this one. Keep your eyes on the track. And as the virtual sun sets on another action-packed edition of ATG Sports Plus, we race through the tracks and rings, celebrating victories and witnessing the crowning of champions.
It's been a whirlwind of virtual athleticism and competition, from the speed of the SRL Indy Pro to the strategic prowess at the KBCL boxing ring. We've seen what it takes to be a champion.
I'm Zach Haiku, and it's been a pleasure to bring you the pulse of virtual sports, where every competitor gave their all for glory.
And I'm Jessica Kiko. Thank you for joining us. Remember to stay sharp, stay strong, and keep competing.
Until our next episode, don't forget to keep the ball rolling on the virtual field.